All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shelley, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for tuning us in. If that's what you're doing, you've been with us all day, that's even better. We'd love to see if we can get you this timely information and fun and exciting to make you stay. Why don't we take a look at the markets, because that's really what you want to hear. You don't want to hear me talk. Let's take a look and see what's going on in corn. What's going on that big board behind my big fat head? Okay, there's May down 3 cents to 657.5. That's a quarter cent off the lows, trading heavy. July's up a half cent, 636.5, and that is about a penny and a half off the lows there. Let's go out to Dees, the new crop. Can't hold that 570 line, can we? 568 3/4 is last there. That's down. That's up 2 1/4 cents on the day. So 570 seems to be elusive, even though 575 is the high. Let's take a look at soybeans. What do we have happening there? Well, we have a 13 3/4 cent gain in the front month. That's May. 15.19 1/4 is last there. That's pretty much in the middle of the day's range. We've got Novi new crop. Let's go out there 10 3/4 cents higher to 13.30.5, and that's about, well, it's 8 cents off the highs and about, I don't know, 8 cents off the lows. That's right smack dab in the middle of the range. There you go. Not a bad board, though. Some decent double-digit gains there. Wheat in Chicago. Chicago wheat's up about 3 to 3.5 cents across the board. Maize up 3 to 6.95 1/4, and that's only a tick off the lows. And then we've got Dees up 3.5 cents to 7.38, and that's a penny off the lows. So even though we're up across the board, we're still closer to the lows of the day than anything else there. How about the hard red wheat in Kansas City? Well, maize up 3 1/4 cents to 8.81, and again, that's only 3/4 cent off of the lows. Let's go out to Dees. That's a half cent higher to 8.59.5, and guess what? That's a half cent off the lows as well. So you can see what we've got going on here. Wheat's gapped open, and we've traded back down to the lows of the day, but we're still higher on the day. That'll give you an idea, or at least a feel, of what the market action's been like in wheat here today. Let's take a look at the spring wheat in Minneapolis. That May contract's up 2 cents to 8.97 3/4. That's a couple, 2.5 cents off the lows there. Dees is up a quarter cent, one tick to 8.98. So there you go. That one too is about, what, 3 cents off, 2.5 cents off the lows. Let's see what we've got going on in cotton, and then we're going to get to our next guest analyst. Cotton's down 59 points in the May. That's 82.19 last there. And we've got a 75-point sell-off when it comes to the Dees to 82.67. Let's get our next guest analyst in here. Let's talk to Todd Horowitz. He's with Bubba Trading, and he's in Las Vegas. I can tell by that expansive art collection behind him. All right, Todd, the floor is yours. After Friday's report, which I was not here for, I was in Fort Worth. What are your thoughts here, and where do we go from here now?
Well, I think they look pretty good. When you look at the bigger picture, I think we've made our lows, and I think we've seen some steady move up. I'm never a huge fan of the big higher gap openings, which we saw this morning, which slowly is dissipating. In fact, obviously, corn has turned negative. But I think overall, we're going to see that big market. I think overall, we're going to see demand pick up, and we're going to see prices pick up, more importantly, for the producers and the farmers. Again, if this crude oil, news suddenly, which, no surprise. You and I talked about this a month ago, that OPEC was going to cut production. Suddenly, they've cut production. I think that's going to, push prices higher as well. So I think that things look pretty bright going forward from here. I think that the lows are in for the year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what well, maybe I don't know about the year, but I mean, I feel like, for at least in the short term here, that stocks and acreage report kind of bolstered the sell-off that we had seen going into it, and it kind of gave everything a little bit of a lift. Again, like you said, corn's kind of selling off here a little bit here today. But I think that now we're going to have to wait and see what the next big report, I think, is May, right? And then we have to wait and see what Mother Nature's going to do, right?
Mother Nature and the input costs, and of course demand. I mean, one of the problems we do have was, we do have a lot of people who aren't working, and there's going to be some cutback. But obviously, the first cutback is going to be consumption of oil, I think, because of course I think it's going to jump pretty precipitously here.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had some $140 barrel oil calls, which I thought were absolutely crazy, and maybe even 120 and 100. But now maybe 100 could be in the sights too, real quick. All right, stay right there, Todd. We're going to go away. We got to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Todd Horowitz, Bubba Trading in Las Vegas. After this. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at the livestock, right? That's going to be the proteins, the meats, whatever you want to call them. We just want to take a look at the prices, right? Let's take a look at live cattle. We'll start there. Live cattle in Chicago, negative here across the board. April's off just a dime, though. 168.25 is last there. We got $1.15 lower in the June, 160.97. That's 37 cents from the lows there. So live cattle, I'm going to steady a little bit easier, maybe a little bit more than that with that $1.15 sell-off in June. but the live cattle not really finding any of their feet there. How about the feeders? What does that look like? This one's worse. April's off $2.55 to $198.27. Getting close to the low of the day down there. May's down $2.35 as well to $202.90. So this also trading a little bit easier here. We're not quite on the lows of the day yet, but still that one not looking too good when we look across the board. As you go up the deferreds, they don't lose as much, but still the fronts are looking at about a $2.50 loss. All right, and then finally lean hogs. That's going to buck the trend. April's down 42 cents to 74.82. But we do see May all the way out the deferreds to August higher on the day between, say, 12 cents and 72 cents. So not too bad out there. All right, let's bring back in Todd Horowitz from Bubba Trading in Las Vegas. Todd, anything that you want to say about the livestock trade here?
Well, I think that they're a little heavy. The cattle's a little heavy. I mean, certainly look at corn has collapsed basically for the day, and of course, feeders are still lower. But I think that they've gotten a little bit ahead of themselves, and I don't think they're going to get hurt. I don't think they're going way down. But if you look at oil's up $5. Cattle is down, and you look out in the deferreds, and of course, hogs are a little bit higher out in the deferreds, which would make sense based on obviously your budget and what you're looking to buy and what you can afford to buy.
It's almost like they knew, right? I mean, somehow the OPEC knew that we had to buy some oil back for the Strategic Petroleum Reserve.
Well, we knew this was going to happen. They actually were about 3 weeks earlier than I thought. I thought they'd do it right into driving season, but they got to jump on it. And I wouldn't be surprised to see another cut, which would push prices even higher once again.
Here we go. All right, here we go. The summer driving season has already gotten more expensive. Appreciate you coming on, Todd. Todd Horowitz, he's with Bubba Trading in Las Vegas. Bring it back here to Nashville. So